We'd like to graph this parabola. I know it's a parabola because it's x to the second power. We talked about how if there's no addition or subtraction, then the vertex has not been shifted right, left, up, or down. But in this one, there is subtraction off to the side. So what that tells me is that my parabola is going to move down 6 because I have the -6. So the very first thing I'm going to do is put a single point down at 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's going to be my vertex. Now after I get my vertex, I just need to plot a few more points to get my parabola. I'm going to select the number 1 and substitute it into my equation. If I substitute 1 into my equation, 3 times 1 squared minus 6, using good notation, I just entered that in my calculator and I got out -3. So let's plot the point 1, -3, so write 1 down 3. If this is the vertex, we can use a little symmetry to get an extra point. So if it's 1 this way, it's 1 this way. Okay, let me do one more point here. So I need to select another number to substitute into my equation. I'm going to go with 2. So I'm going to substitute 2 in for x. And if I substitute 2 in for x, I have 3 times 2 squared minus 6, which gives me 6. So when I plug in 2, I get out 6. Let's plot one more point. Write 2 up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Using the symmetry, I'm going to move that across over here. And now I have everything I need to graph my parabola. Okay, I'm going to do just one more really quick. You will find these notes attached, and I'll come back up to the top so you can take a look at it here in a moment. But this one here, notice there's a +2 on the end. So what that does to the parabola is it's going to shift the parabola up 2. So what I'll do is immediately take my vertex and move it up at +2. As soon as I've plotted my vertex, I need a couple more points. Because the number in front of x squared is negative, I do know it's going to be frowning. But let's go ahead and pick 1 again and substitute that in. Be careful, the x turns into a set of parentheses before you insert the 1. So I have -1 squared plus 2. This really means -1 multiplied by 1 squared. Following order of operations, 1 squared is 1 and 1 multiplied by -1 is -1 plus 2 is 1. But if you use good notation in your calculator, you can type that in. So let's plot 1, 1. So write 1 up 1. Using a little symmetry, I'm going to put that right there. Okay, let's pick one more number to plug in. So let's say I substitute 2. Substituting 2 into my equation, -x squared plus 2, -x squared plus 2. 2 squared is 4. 4 times -1 is -4, plus 2 is -2. So when we plugged in 2, we got out -2. And I'm going to plot that point. So write 2 down 2. Using some symmetry, I'm going to put that across there. And now draw in my parabola. One more time, just as a reminder. When you have the +2 on the end, the first thing you do is put your vertex up here at 2. If that was -2, then my vertex would be down here. So the number on the end is going to move something up or down. Pick a couple more points.